continue to mark Autism Awareness Month. It's almost over. Let's bring in Marco Damiani. He's the CEO of Ahrc NYC, a company that provides free aid for services to people with disabilities. Hey, Marco, good to see you, my friend.
Thank you very much, Cheryl. Great to see you again.
Yeah, so first, your reaction to the MTA's Transit Announcement Program for children with autism. It really is a win-win, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great to see voices being given to these kids. And what I love about it is that these announcements are head turners. You know, we're so used to hearing those announcements on the subway over and over again. We get kind of tuned out. But people don't expect the engaging voices of those kids. We pay attention to the message, and we pay attention to the fact that kids with autism can add value to our life every day in New York City.
Yeah, and you know, your organization, Ahrc, has been doing amazing work for generations now, and a new report shows autism rates are on the rise, especially among children of color. Tell us more about how Ahrc is helping that population, that growing population.
Yeah, thanks. You know, when I was in graduate school, it was 1 in 10,000, 4 in 10,000. Now it's 1 in 36 kids are being diagnosed with autism. And, you know, we have a broad range of services and supports for kids and adults on the spectrum, a life cycle of supports, actually. And our goal is to really give people with disabilities the life that they want to live, to support their families through that. And we celebrate differences. I'm reminded of a trip I took a couple of years ago, traveling back from Europe. And we had a layover in Heathrow, and I saw a poster, and it was a poster of about a couple dozen light bulbs, all different colors, shapes, and sizes. And all the poster said was difference, the only thing we have in common. And it really resonated with me. And when I think about kids on the spectrum, adults on the spectrum, their families, their siblings, they have a right to really have a terrific life in New York City and throughout the country. And we really strive to be sure we're providing those supports and services at the right time, the right place, and the right amount.
Yeah, and talk to us about the resources, because you are providing them to so many people across the 5 boroughs. So tell us about the resources available.
Yeah, we can help people get in apartments, adults, and live in the community. We help people get jobs. There are terrific programs that we're working on to give people jobs. We help educate kids. There are some kids that the Department of Education has a tough time teaching, and we educate those kids in our schools throughout New York City. We have a number of day programs and services that give people with disabilities an opportunity to volunteer, be part of the community, and to really add value to their communities. And in particular, I want to mention something, you know, very briefly. You know, neurodivergent people, many of them are very talented people who add a lot of value to companies. And we've started a program now for the last couple of years in partnership with New York City Department of Social Services, where we provide internships to people with all kinds of disabilities and get them those internships in city government. And often those turn into jobs. It's a really terrific program when we're looking to expand and really engage people with disabilities in the workforce. So they're providing value, and we're changing attitudes and views of disabilities.
And that's key, changing attitudes. You're also involved in public policy, Marco. Talk to us about how you're calling for change for people who are neurodiverse, and explain how.
Thank you. You know, we're founded by a mom in the Bronx in 1948 who wouldn't put her kid in an institution, and her name was Anne Greenberg, and her spirit still lives here on social justice. We provide great services, but we believe strongly that we need to have a voice with government officials, and we're having policies and directions that engage them in the community and provide resources wherever we can. And our board is mostly parents or siblings of people with disabilities, so we really walk the walk. It's critically important that that story get told. For far too long, people with disabilities have been on the perimeter of society, and we're showing more and more every day that they add value. They're part of the rich tapestry of New York City, and that we should be investing in people, investing in their ability to contribute to our society.
Absolutely. We appreciate your service to this community. Absolutely. Marco Damiani, CEO of Ahrc NYC, appreciate your time tonight.